Hey guys, how's it going? We got Mr. Anderson, Ryan Nowicki, Nully, how's it going? Stan LT, how you doing? I see the High Council has gathered. Gentlemen, how are you doing? Let's see. There we go. Alrighty. Getting that Deathclaw energy right now. I think it's something like tropically or something like that. Like, I'm not even sure. There we go. But it is necessary. Crazy weekend. How you guys doing? How was your weekend? I see Mr. Anderson has survived the marking of another year. Congratulations. We're excited for you. No, well, we had this whole joke, because this is the drink named for the creature in Fallout, or is it just a happy accident? So we had this whole thing where we were joking about, I was saying what, like, energy drinks I was, having, or what, I don't know, sodas or coffees or whatever. I was like, wait a second. There's no free advertising here. We're gonna make them new names. So, like, we made up names for all sorts of them. So I think it was Monster. Somebody was like, Deathclaw Energy. I was like, yes. That's amazing. I love it. And I don't have a straw. What? What? Where'd it go? I shall be right back. So what was it? We had what are they called? There's like a bunch of them. Obviously. I think there's like Celsius, we called it Fahrenheit. Monster, we called it Deathclaw Energy. We went to all like the doctor something. Like we went through all the different names. We called them all sorts of different things. Bigger fish to fry. My mom turned 74 on Sunday, and she has already dropped hints on the sort of cake she wants. She asked me why I don't do cake. I said I'll just wait and share yours. Don't worry about me. I'm not that into cake. Oh, what do you got there? Save me some. Okay. I'll be right there. I gotta get a straw. Man. But yeah, that's why it's called Deathclaw Energy. And then we had, oh, no. Cliff Racer Energy. We started calling it Cliff Racer last week. Because we're in Morrowind. And then we didn't really have one for Elder Scrolls, but during our members stream playing Knights of the Old Republic, we started calling it Dark Side Energy. So yeah, we've got all the different names. I guess I can guess which one will be named after Caesar's Legion. Ooh. There's yeah. So we've renamed all of the branded things. That was the whole point of that. If it was real, that'd be insanely cool. There's certain brands who do like there was a brand who did Nuka-Cola. So I guess if anyone was to do Deathclaw Energy, it would be that brand. But it was like a powdered one. I don't know if they ever put it in a can. But the powdered ones are like not in carbonation. Even if you mix them with the carbonated water, it's not the same thing. Ooh, assorted cupcakes. I walked in at the right time. 2 birthdays in 10 days, that'd be a little much in the cake department, especially with the indulgent periods of holidays swiftly approaching. Oh, in my family, we just started combining. We literally did, because, like, we would double up birthdays. But then we started doing, like, just, like, summer birthdays and winter or whatever. I was like, that's smart. Doing the, like, hey, listen, life's crazy, but we want to celebrate each other. Let's have a potluck. Like, I love that. I think that's my favorite way to do it. Trying to have an event for each individual thing is, and then each individual holiday. Oh, yeah, it's crazy. Ah, sorry, slap the microphone. Poor thing. Oh, your ears. Alrighty, I got my straw. I got my energy. One regular cake to another ice cream. I think we should just make excuses for more cake. Are you suggesting there are acceptable alternatives to cakes for birthdays? Man, half the time we don't even do sugar. But it's fun. It's fun to do because you can have it decorated so easily. Like sushi? Oh. Yeah, that's it. We're all doing sushi next time. That sounds amazing. Why even bother with all the sugar? You all feel like junk next day? No, thank you. I'm gonna be honest though. I love a good cake. If it's a good cake. I've had too many like ones where the frosting's just off. But you get a good one. Worse than I would accept sushi or bacon related to birthday food. Ooh. Okay, we're getting good. Worse than sushi, you know, canned fish with chopped onion, green pepper, couple legs, breadcrumbs, pan fried. Hey, that doesn't sound like terrible. But we're talking about like a tuna omelet situation? I'm sure you Americans have come up with a bacon cake of some sort. You know what I really dislike? Anything bacon wrapped. It defeats the purpose of both items. The flavors always contradict each other. You put bacon wrapped anything, and then the bacon is soggy, and the thing itself, that like flavor's nerfed. The bacon flavor's nerfed. It never tastes good. So don't come at me with your bacon wrapped anything. Ugh. So gross. I'm telling you, it does a disservice to both things. What was the other thing? There's a number of things that when you combine them, they're very popular combinations. They do not help each other. They just don't. They don't work. They hurt each other. Okay, I'll say something that I know is unpopular. But you know what? I have to be just authentic. Is I don't like it when people put ice cream on warm, either warm, like pie or brownies or like pastry of any sort. Don't put it on it. Put it separately, and then you take a bite of both and you eat them together. Because all you end up doing is having soupy, melted ice cream and cold, hard pastry, which is not what you want in either situation. You want warm, crispy pastry on one side. You want cold, possibly icy ice cream on the other side. Yeah, pigs in a blanket? Ugh, hate it. You give me a sausage? Love it. You give me crispy bacon? Love it. Separately, next to each other. But you put them together and they both don't taste good. Bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers, boom, crispy, complimentary, delicious. If you took bacon bits that are really crispy and you put it on top of a jalapeno popper, that sounds bomb. But you wrap it and it gets soggy? Ooh. If it stayed crispy, legitimately, like it broke like a corn chip, I would do it. But if it didn't, man, my heart would be broken. I'd be like, ah, bacon! Oh, inferior bacon. Great. So we I feel like we're hitting a stalemate in the Morag Tong because he's like, you can't advance because we have all these writs. And then you ask about the writs, he's like, we don't have any at this time. And you're like, cool. called special assignments, I guess. So I guess special duties is another category that we need to catch up in. Sometimes an agent of the Dark Brotherhood is honorable enough to join the Morag Tong. One such candidate has come to my attention. I want you to speak with Movis Daris. I don't know, I like ice cream melting on fresh apple with a drizzle of caramel. If you eat it immediately and it's not that melted, oh yeah. If you have a little bit of ice cream melted into fresh apple pie and the apple pie is still warm, I mean, you can't go wrong with a little creaminess, like cream in the coffee. But, if you have them sitting on top of each other and the pie is cold and the ice cream's like soggy, it's just like, kind of nerfed both of them. But if you have them separately and you take a bite of both and you get to enjoy both together, And caramel, I mean, how do you go wrong with caramel? Is that even possible? Not sure if you know, but the screen is... Oh, whoops. I just opened the screen, and I meant to transition it right as I started reading, and as you know, I did not. Thank you, Noli. She's narrating Morrowind. We must trust her to actually be playing the game. Can you imagine if I said, and now I'm discussing... I gotta make this name up on the fly. The Morag Tong special duties. Take my word for it. I guess I could just make up names on the fly. They're pretty crazy. They have a similar sound to each other. Key to wrapping crispy bacon is to pre-cook prior to wrapping. It means it renders more fat and is more crispy. New streaming experience. This is like I mean, we're already playing Morrowind, more text-based adventures, but now you're just hearing me reading a text-based adventure. That's all it is. Oh, no, Lee just said it's like the text-based adventure games. See, we're on the same... See, I'm just trying to... Morrowind ASMR. Can you imagine if I just took the past, like, however many streams and just gave, like, forget all of the content. This is for sleeping. You're not supposed to watch it. You're not supposed to look at the screen. So there's no screen. It's a black screen. A little smoke in the background or something. And I just quietly narrated everything we did. But I didn't just include the story elements. I also included, and then we traveled up the hill and didn't find the corpse. So we continued on in circles. For 10 minutes, we walked around a burnt tree and a very crooked-looking rock. And still, we did not find... like, just all of the quests that we couldn't figure out where we were going. And at the end of the road, we realized we had gone the wrong way. Upon looking at US Wiki, we need to go south. Like, that was just part of the whole adventure experience. As you're falling asleep, you're like, she's going the wrong way again. Seek out Malus Dronosaurus at the ancient Daedric shrine of Ashawana. Sounds like a nature documentary narration voice. Yes, this is gonna be amazing. What better way to fall asleep than getting confused in Morrowind? And listening to really bad pronunciations. Movis Daris is in the Mages Guild in Aldrin. He's posing. Oh, he's a liar. Why do you want him as part of your group if he's a liar? He's posing as a student in the Imperial School there. Speak with him, and if you cannot convince him to join our cause, end his life. Wow, there's very little grace in this group. He's not like the others in the Dark Brotherhood. If you must kill him, make sure his death is honorable. Wow, sure that will make him feel better. Hey man, listen, don't worry. I'll make it honorable. Oh, okay, cool, that's fine. Kenny G, how's it going? The nerdy in her wild habitat is known for moving in circles. Watch it. Watch as she repeatedly jumps in place. You can see as the confusion and frustration grows, her movements start to get a little more quick and aggressive. They are not as smooth and thought out and careful. The nerdy does not know where to find this ancient artifact. So she begins to repeatedly run into the same rooms she has just run into. That'll be interesting. Our nature documentary of Nerdy in the Wild. Just trying to figure out her way one. The Nerdy has realized that the instructions given to her were quite literally incorrect, and that she must find her way in this vast new world. With cliff racers at her back at every moment. And Nerdy used to playing Fable. Right now we moved on. We did our full Fable light side run through essentially. And we've moved on to Knights of the Old Republic. We're doing our dark side run of Knights of the Old Republic, and we are just getting to Dantooine. Tomorrow we're going to be going to the Grove. So that's where we're at right now in our basically alt streams where we do not Elder Scrolls. We must find Movis in Aldrin. Okay, peace out. Karate hands. Chop, 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 chop. Move. Watch as the Nerdy repeatedly runs into walls and into objects. Whoa, that was a lot. Did we ever speak with... We spoke with this dude, right?
I am never too busy for a good talk.
Just not a bad talk.
What do you want of me, Outlander?
Yeah, we already talked to him about the person whose soup we poisoned. A young Nerdy in the wild. Ah, what is this? Ew, stop it. You guys can't decide when you're gonna respawn or not. Just stay down. Goodness. Shows girl playing Oblivion. In the wilds of Tamriel, we find a young girl. Lost trying to find wild treasures. Not knowing if she should attack the scamp that's on her tail. For fear of leveling up her sword, she may damage her efforts to efficient level. She doesn't wish to nerf her character, so she runs and runs and runs, wishing only that there were a sprint function in Oblivion. Not bad considering Dantooine was just a world mentioned twice within a couple seconds in A New Hope. Yeah, right? I liked it. I enjoyed it, and it's got that, I don't know, gives you fuzzy feelings. Dantooine is like, yeah, it's like the Alderaan, not Alderaan, well, it makes me think of Alderaan, how I would perceive it, but, also because it's mentioned in the same section of the movie, but you think, oh, isn't it, you know, it even mentions it. We had the little conversation piece. It's like, well, isn't the thing on Coruscant, which they could have just been, they literally could have just said, Coruscant, what are you talking about? We haven't even ventured that far yet, or into the core yet, or whatever. They could have said that. It's 2,000 years, I think, before. So they could have just been like, I have no idea what you're talking about. But they decided to acknowledge Coruscant, that it's been the capital, essentially, like, where the main Jedi Temple has been for, like, thousands of years. So they had to make a choice there. So yeah. Not against it. I like that they acknowledge Coruscant, but they're like, this is just a training facility. We made sure to have a similar mix of races, even though they're very rare. Like, they didn't have to have a Yoda type thing, like a species. They could have just made it something else. They made sure to have a couple different human races. And then a Yoda dude. Like, we could have mixed it up a little bit. I mean, we got a lot of good options. Dude's staring at me through some. Watch yourself. Upper Wasteworks. this? Where are we going? Where are we going? Oh, I'm trying to get an easy ride to Aldrin. That's what I'm trying to do. Reminds me of Sullust from episode 6. Sullust. I think it's funny something could be a throwaway line and then get fleshed out. Well, that bounty hunter we ran into at Ard Mandel changed my mind. Yeah. Yeah, I think like it's hard because you have to do it well because it could you can appreciate like, oh, we get to find more about this thing, this side thing, and it could be really cool. Or it could be like, can we just think of something new because we don't like the way that you flesh this one thing out or whatever. What am I doing? What am I doing? Wait a minute. No, no, wrong, wrong. Why am I stuck in this little spot here? But yeah, Star Wars is so huge that it's like, it's cool to see the stuff people have come up with.
Do you need something?
I need, you know what I need and want is people to stop talking to me. I'm just walking past you, that's it. No. Travel. Aldrin. Boom. There we go. Hold on a minute. Sorry. I know he said that he's pretending to be, he's posing as a student. He didn't say, did he say of the mages? He didn't say of the Mages Guild. He said an Imperial student, but he's at the mage. Oh, that, why does that ceiling have to be so low right there? Why? Edwina Albert. I love these names, man.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
I'm not trying to talk to you. What I need is a starter so I can make sourdough. Can you imagine having a stove like this and not making bread? Like, what are they even doing in here? What is she making, pots and pans to hold their potions? Like, where's the bread? Where's the dough? Where's the pizza? Goodness, what a waste. Okay. Excuse me. Yes, you can scoot over.
What do you want?
Oh,
I must say, I find you most interesting right now.
man, the eyeshadow's a bit heavy, man. We're just going at this right here. The one thing I like about Oblivion's, oh shoot, tell me I'm not blanking on this. I'm supposed to be the Oblivion person. You know, they have all their schedules and stuff, and so you kind of follow someone to their room, or like you talk to them in the evening in private. Like I like that element of it. It kind of makes the world feel very real. It's kind of funny that we're taking a serious conversation like this and being like, "Sup, dude? Join the Morag Tong." Like right next to this other chick. Morag Tong? But I'm just a simple peasant. What do I know about killing and all that? Radiant AI, thank you. AKA the derpification. I do like Radiant AI. There's obviously points at which it becomes a little silly. Because it's imperfect. It's imperfect. But I do like it a lot. I enjoy it. It's just like the world exists outside of you. And granted, it was the first time I'd ever seen anything like that, so my mind was blown. I find it really cool. And so you're doing quests like, you're doing, whether it's like assassinations or you're trying to discover, find information or whatever, and I think it's just great. It's charming, funny, and functional. Yeah! I think for the most part it works really well. It just that there are moments, there are derpy moments where you're like, oh, poor guy, what's he doing? We know who you are. If you do not join, I will give you an honorable death. We're doing this in front of other people. I am part of the Mages Guild. There's no way to make this more discreet. I should have done Morag Tong first. If you know, then it is over. I swore an oath to the Dark Brotherhood. See, like, can we just respect that and walk away? But I have learned that their ways are not as honorable as the Morag Tong. All I can promise is that I will speak with Enohlalu. If that is enough, report to him. If not, I will test your skill. Take this belt as a sign of my good faith. Belt of sanguine denial. I would say it's fine. Yeah, like, that's cool. Like, he's doing his job. He made his oath. He was respecting our side of it. I'm like, okay, fine, walk away. Jeez. So he's gonna talk to him. It's fine. I think that's reasonable. Okay, Movis Daris agreed to meet with Enohlalu. As a token of good faith, he gave me the Belt of Sanguine Denial. Oh, it's you. Was that deliberate? Sorry if so. When you turn around and it's like, oh. I mean, that's better than every single... If every single character's like, what do you want? Hurry up, stop talking to me. I'm like, I'm just walking past you. I mean, at least in Oblivion, I would get complimented, like, look at the muscles on you. Like, oh, thank you. I've been working out, you know, climbing buildings and shooting people down. It's just, you know, it's just all part of my, you know, daily routine. Thank you so much. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know why I always go back over here to travel when it's so much cheaper to just, and it's easier to just get teleported. What am I doing? This guy's always looking like he's gonna beat up anyone who tries to go through that door. There we go. See, so easy, so simple. Greetings. No, I mean, I got a mute. Did a former comment set off an auto mod thing? An auto mod thing? Let me look up. Let's... Oh, you got a mute. You know, I don't know. I know Mr. Anderson has notified me that there have been a couple comments. Sometimes, like, people will, like, just post a comment once. I'm sorry, twice. And then it'll go through, and I'm like, I don't know what's doing that. Oh, Nelly got a mute. I'm jealous. See, Nelly had something so important to say that the system was like, no, we must not allow him to say it. We must silence this man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I had very, and I'll say this again, just for people who haven't heard it. I've had very few things, I think, and I don't know if they're even still active, that I myself have muted. And it's only because there was a very short period of time where we got quite a number of trolls. But it was like in a very short period of time, and then it stopped. You know, I was mentioning the walkie-talkie guy from A New Hope. Dude, you can't mute the Star Wars comments. Come on, we're having discussions here. Don't mute good comedy. Don't mute fun topics. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely not me specifically, likely. There may have been a couple more in the, I guess, bad word category. Like I said, because we had a couple trolls that were, like, said some, like, wild stuff out of nowhere. And it was like, okay, that's nice, haha. Anyways, move on. And they didn't. And it was like, okay, like, why are you here? It's not like you're joining a normal conversation. It was just weird. but I don't know if I kept those things active. I mean, I don't really check stuff like that because I don't mute stuff. Like, I don't censor stuff. YouTube does. And there is a possibility, and I've mentioned this to Anderson as well, that Restream itself has its own functions, maybe to help protect people on YouTube and Twitch, so that like before it gets to, if it's been doing it directly on YouTube though, so it could be YouTube. Like some of the stuff like that's censored is so silly. I was even playing like a really stupid game, and it was like the words that it would censor. I get it. It's probably a game with a lot of kids in it, but it's like the words it censored were like at the, it was just a little bit of a stretch. It just seems so unnecessary. I know. Just compliment my muscles and let me walk past you. Sticks and stones and bare bones, but words require a safe space for some reason. Oh, words can cut way deeper than a knife can. Although, let me just say, it's not the same as physical violence. There's people who think words don't mean anything, which is crazy. And there's people who think that words are the same thing as physical violence, which is also crazy. Like, guys, they're different things. You punched me with your words. No, I didn't punch you at all. I was just honest with you, and you're not very self-reflective. Let's move on. The one thing where I think the whole sticks and stones thing, it could be a great thing to be like, hey, if somebody like you don't know that well is saying stuff to you, they obviously don't know you well enough to even criticize you, so their words are their problem. It says more about them than it says about you, just ignore it. Fair. The only time I thought that that was absolutely crazy to say is when parents are suggesting that their words do not affect their children. And then you're like, whoa, man, okay, your words are the only ones that should matter, or that should matter the most. Some random kid is being, like, bullying your kid, then yeah, just say, listen, that kid doesn't know anything. Like, but your parents saying something and acting as if it's not, they mean it, but then they're acting as if it doesn't affect their kid. Like, that's crazy. Will Movis Darius join us? And did you kill him on the spot in front of your constituents? No. There's so many. The Methambemis, May Von Drenham, the Morag Tong, Movis Darius. There's so many people with the same names. Yeah, with kids it's different. With you or I, or some schmo on the street, not so much. Yeah, I think it's crazy. Like, when you're an adult, it's like if somebody says something to you, that says more about them than you. And if they're saying something that's accurate, then be like, oh man, I'll reflect on that. Doesn't mean you're necessarily right, but if someone's perceiving me in a certain way, I'm going to value what you say. And I will think about that, and I will determine what to do. But I'm not going to let your words determine the way I am. It's like, Agent Orange is back. How are you doing, Agent? Agent Orange. Sounds like you should be like a spy, like, okay, what information have you returned with? I think it's come from writing with the abbreviated episode. It's treating it like a link. Oh, that's an interesting take. Yeah, links. That was actually a bummer too, because there was a couple times where we're like, that was the thing. That was it. One of the primary trolls we had was links. Was sending like really bad links, and I'm like, are you serious? Like, we're just trying to be chill here. Like, and not to mention that even if the content is good or bad in the links, they could be sending people viruses, which is, not the kind of vibe I'm trying to set here. Like, let's hang out, chill, grab a virus, we're just hanging. So I wonder, that's a good point. I wonder if the link thing isn't part of the issue, because we've had times where we're like trying to have a discussion about something, whether I want to put up a Discord link or some, actually other people have had Discords, they've put up links, and we've had discussions about things where we're like, oh, there's a website with all this information. It's like, oh, that'd be great to post it. But we have to like post it like all separated. I think it's a great lesson anyone can learn is that extreme people you hear about from about from the most in corporate media are the exception, not the norm. Still, some kids are cruel, more cruel than most of us, and that's a good thing. It can help toughen people up. It's true, but it's not because it's okay to be cruel. Well, obviously, none of us believe that. I think it's because kids say insane stuff, but they don't have a lot of emotion to back it up. Like they're not really malicious behind it. They're just like, that's you look so dumb right now. They're saying it without emotion. And I've met adults who can be honest without emotion. Like they could just tell you stuff straight and they're not mad at you and they don't hate you. They're just like, oh, that's weird. Like that's an amazing way to communicate. But when somebody only says harsh things when they're annoyed or angry or whatever, or mean-spirited, that's when the problem happens. The problem happens with adults. Now, as soon as kids start getting mean-spirited, you kind of got to coach people how to walk through that because they're like, somebody who dislikes me because of my face, like, I don't know what to do with that. He gave me 1,000 gold. He did not agree to join us. He agreed to talk to you. I shall pay you as... I'm sorry, I didn't even see how funny this is. I shall pay you as if you have executed a writ on Movis Daris. Take these 1,000 drakes. You basically killed him. You basically destroy. He hasn't even agreed to join yet. But I'm going to treat it as if you have destroyed a Dark Brotherhood member and also have inducted a new one into our order. Like, really? Okay, like, I'll take it. But, like, I did not harm anyone. And it teaches kids that they can hear the most hurtful things. And guess what? You're still alive. Yeah, it's true. I think what it is, the thing that I didn't like about the sticks and stones thing, because, like, I liked, even when I was young, I liked the saying. Because there was something comforting to be like, by the way, you're fine. I think the problem is that adults were lazy. And they did not teach you how to take words and interpret them. They just said, sticks and stones. I'm too lazy to talk you through it. I don't want to deal with it. Like, I'm watching sports on TV or whatever. Like, I'm too... And it's like, there were adults that actually stepped you through it. That was like, listen, this person's saying this about you. Why would they bother? What does it have to do with you? What does it have to do with them? Okay, how do you interpret the situation? And then you're like, oh... It actually, if somebody walks you through it, it can actually bring you to the point where the words don't even hurt you anymore. Because you had somebody who understood how to do that. Adults don't always understand. I mean, you get older and you find out that adults can be very sensitive. But then they can say the craziest stuff. Okay, I think I'm back. Are you back? Are you allowed to speak? So now that we've yeah. And by the way, I know some of the censoring is on YouTube's end because there are people who will say I wrote a comment in the YouTube chat and the comment is not in the chat like directly on YouTube. It's not just it's not just our restream that's giving us the Twitch and YouTube chat side by side. Like it's actually like from YouTube itself. It's not even shown up there. Have you guys heard of the new gen thing called mewing? Wait. I was about to say mewing like I do that. It's where you, like, exercise your jaw or whatever. But this is different. It's where you respond to any question with almost a Vogue-like hand gesture and don't say anything, meaning a sort of disrespectful non-answer. That's funny. I think that'd be funny to just do. My old man gave me nearly impenetrable armor. I'd get in a spat with an adult, and someone would try to cut, and I'd say, I've been called worse by my family, try harder. Ouch. I think my cat does that. Yeah, cats would be great at that, right? Yeah, there's two ways to get armor. Is you've been beaten down so hard you're like, nothing bothers me, or you've been taught how to deal with things so well that you're like, it doesn't bother me, man. If you're calling me names, I kind of feel bad for you because I don't know what your home life is like. There must be something going on with you. If this is how you deal with people you hardly know, I can't imagine how you deal with people you do know. Like, do you even have a fulfilling relationship? Do you have good friendship? Like, like, I genuinely, when I encounter those types of things, I usually feel really bad for that person because I'm like, you're so blind the way you're acting, and I'm not bothered by it. But you're gonna turn around to the next person, treat them like junk, and they're going to be bothered. I'm not bothered. But you're gonna bother somebody, and they're gonna react to you, not realizing that you just don't get it. And like, I kind of feel bad for that person, not in a condescending way, in a genuine way, because I've been that person. I've been that dense person, and I just feel so bad because I'm like, if somebody didn't come alongside and train me, I wouldn't be any better. And I feel really bad that you're totally blind to what you're doing, and it's like that's not the way to it's not the way to deal with things. I don't know. I just kind of really feel bad for people. I'm like, I know there's someone better than that underneath it, and you're going to end up getting the consequences for the way you speak from somebody who's not willing to put up with it, and you're still not going to learn. You're going to think it's their fault. You're going to think they're nasty and they're horrible. So yeah, I don't really take offense to stuff. But it is interesting to learn that someone can love you and also be really hard on you. And so it makes you realize that when people are hard on you out in the world, it doesn't mean they hate you. It just means they don't like something you're doing. It's like, okay, they don't hate me. It's fine. Every time they brush their paw on their face, it's like mewing. That's funny. It's funny that that word is like means something different now. That's crazy, man. Stuff moves so fast nowadays. It's freaking me out. Okay, so advancement? Excellent, Elise. You are now Elise the knower. Man, I've got all this knowledge. I'm mewing and I'm hustling and I can't stop, won't stop. Got this knowledge. What is this knowledge? Whatever scam somebody's trying to sell me next, it doesn't matter. It's knowledge. It's tools in the tool belt. We're getting that money up, Doing that creeper shuffle. People don't understand how to do the creeper shuffle, and they're still poor. They don't get it. But we're entrepreneurs. We get it. Okay, special assignments. Is there any more? Is there any writs? Is there anything? Because we're running out of things to do for you, man. I'm so glad that we actually got our next, I was going to call it a level up. I often think of what the Buddha said, he who angers you controls you. Problem is I learned the wrong lesson and enjoy provoking a bit too much. Yeah, I think the only time where I've felt that I have done it and I still don't think it's right. I think the only time I've really done that is if I'm dealing with somebody who dishes it, and I'm not saying dishes it once or twice. I mean as a function of their character, who they are. They regularly dish it and regularly can't take it. I might gently throw something back their direction that's and they don't like it. It's like, okay, do you not see, and not in a mean-spirited way and not to provoke them, but more to be like, hey, I'm trying to softball this thing to you, so hopefully you realize what you're doing to everybody else, because we don't like it. You're not funny. You're not clever. You're just bothering people. You're provoking everybody. So I might throw something back at you for a second and see, do you realize what you're doing? Do you realize the way people are perceiving you? Because it's not the way you think. And it usually does not work. Because usually when somebody wants to be the funny guy and wants to be the provoker, they don't see it when you try to throw it back at them. They think you're just being mean. It's like, this is your language that you speak with, though. So I will admit, I have provoked as well. But it's usually to try to get somebody to see what they're doing. The only other time I have provoked people at the wrong time is when I'm in a situation where there's a lot of inside joking and a lot of hazing, and I want to meet people at that level, but it's not time yet. I don't know them well enough to where that's appropriate. So, admittedly, my timing's not always been great, especially when I was younger. And then you start to learn, no, you have to be inducted into that relationship in a way where you're allowed to do that. It's like, okay, I get it. Excellent, Elise, you are now Elise the knower. Okay, special duties, though. Worshippers of Mehrunes Dagon here in Morrowind are sheltering members of the Dark Brotherhood. I want you to speak with one of these. Oh, one of these cultists, Caracalmo, and give him an ultimatum. Have we not seen this guy? I mean, I know we've seen Calcelmo and like I don't know Skyrim or something. Caracalmo, have we not? Maybe just these names are getting redundant, or that sounds familiar to me. And give him an ultimatum. Wow, that sounds very heavy and very serious. You have already cleansed at. Oh, wait, what? What? You have already cleansed a Shal Mimilka of the Mehrunes Dagon cultists? Then a private war against the Dark Brotherhood and their allies in the cult of Mehrunes Dagon is our fate. So does this reference another quest we already did? You have already cleansed Mehrunes Dagon cultists. What, did I do this with like the Mages Guild or something? When did this happen? And where's the guy? Where's the C Caracal? So it's over? Your journal has been updated. Okay. Your technique is superb, but some question of your depth of devotion. Oh, there's no question on my depth of devotion. Shush. Just wait till you see the redundant names in Daggerfall. Oh, no. Mr. Ryan Nowicki says, instructions unclear. I ended up with a pitchfork mob. It means you're doing it right, Ryan. We would razz each other mercilessly. If you broke, you were not a bro. See, that's when it's a mutual thing. It's a function of the relationship. And I think those relationships are really healthy. For you to be able to get, like when you only have relationships in your life that are super serious and really sensitive, and that, you need those too. You need somebody that you could just talk with in that way. But it is not healthy when you don't have any relationships where you can totally rib each other about things that you're sensitive about to toughen you up a little bit. Because you know the other person loves you and they don't really mean it. Like they don't mean it in a malicious way in any way. I think that's super important. And I've noticed that people that don't have those relationships take things so personally, and it's like you haven't seen the world where people don't mean things personally. So you can only interpret it that way. It's just sad. Just wait till you see the oh gosh, Daggerfall. Your technique is superb. Okay, so do you have anything for me? Because apparently whatever that quest just was didn't even happen. I've heard of another thread of the web spinner. Ooh, okay. Another, we get something else. This one is the Ring of Sanguine Sublime Wisdom. This sounds like a poorly named, like, dish. In, like you go to a breakfast place and they're like, we've got the Sanguine Sublime Wisdom. It is a raspberry pie with way too much sugar in it. Okay, so Sanguine Sublime was no Sublime Wisdom. The ring of Sanguine Sublime Wisdom is held by Anel Rethalus. He may be found in the Daedric ruins of Yasamadan, west of Ald Velathi, past the Dwemer ruins. Man, if I ever did do like a ASMR vibe, let me be honest, I'd have to study these words so well. There's nothing less peaceful than hearing somebody slowly step their way through Yasamidan. Like you're like, okay, try again. Let's make this sound good. Okay, so Dwemer ruins. Oh, your journal has been updated, but he didn't mark it on my map. Very rarely does that. West of Ald Velathi, past the Daedric, the Dwemer ruins. Ald Velathi, where's that? Okay. No, I'm right here. Just curious if you'd give me any slightly better. The ring? Is that like a... It's not even another thing. I have maybe one friend acquaintance that I can say anything to. Everyone else have to avoid certain things. Dang, Mr. Anderson. Evidently, your mom jokes are automatically deleted, or was it because it was I don't know. It showed up on the screen, so it is there. Oh, did YouTube delete it from its like chat? But it got through. Yeah, I jokes like that though were never based in reality, so it didn't matter unless if you know. Like I remember when those were popular, but nobody's moms are really all that out of shape. So it was like it was like those jokes. They were like dumb jokes. We were trying to be funny, but it didn't really mean anything. But yeah, when you have a friend that you can totally like actually make fun of real things to, but it goes both ways and you're both. I developed this funny relationship. Not funny. It's actually probably one of the best relationships I've had. And it wasn't just one person. It was multiple people that we just, I don't know, we just vibed. And we would have very serious conversations. But the things we would say to each other, like joke about these serious things, it was just funny because it was like, because you knew it was coming from a good place, it was just made it so fun and so funny. And it's like this mix of this, it's just a very unique mix of a relationship where you're serious and you could tell each other kind of anything, like off the cuff, like first time meeting each other. And we all met each other at the same time and had these really deep, like amazing conversations. And the jokes we would throw at each other in the midst of these conversations were, I was like, this is such a unique, amazing way to relate to somebody. I think it's because we started off that way because we didn't know each other well enough to hurt each other's feelings, I guess. So we would just say, like, it was just, I don't know, it was really good because it's just a very honest and comedic relationship, but dealing with difficult things. I was like, man, this is unique. This is special. Sometimes it just doesn't work that way. Your communication is off with people and then you don't read each other right. I don't know, man. Okay, so we need to find this place. And this really does look like the back of my helmet. It does not look like the front of the helmet. Wait. Both sides don't look that much different. How am I seeing anything through this? I say kosher because I'm scared the automod will get me. What? Oh, that's funny, Nelly. Whom I had some fun conversations with. I don't know. Yo mama jokes kind of sit in the same circle as Ligma jokes. I enjoy well-timed ones, but they're like knock-knock jokes. It's probably predictable, more about execution. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't really, at least in my circles, it didn't mean anything. Like it was like we were talking about nothing. So it wasn't really it wasn't like getting each other used to personal jokes. It was just like the person was obviously not talking about my mama, so it didn't really, it was like it didn't mean anything. It was just like who could come up with the most clever, most intense, like like who could make the smarter joke was really what it was. It wasn't ever personal. My lady was telling me how she was training with a guy with broken English in a serving job, and someone made the "that's what she said" joke, and he ended up trying and said, "When woman says," super funny. Yeah, those jokes got to the point of being ridiculous. Like it was every other sentence. You're like, okay, literally you can make anything, and that's what she said joke. That's funny. When woman says, "That's what the female speaketh to me." Okay, let's see. Arvolf, where even is this place? Yeah, my first roommates in college were a guy from Poland, uh, and a dude from Alabama. We sat around, told the most insensitive jokes. See, that's what I'm saying. When you set the stage of a relationship as we're all harmless and the jokes don't mean anything, it's amazing. And I feel like when you learn that jokes can be they're not always harmless. The same joke spoken by a different person might not be harmless, but if you learn that it can be, that when somebody actually intends to hurt your feelings, you're like, okay, that's your problem. I don't care. Had something similar with that Polish roommate. We'd have him try out his slang on us because he'd often get things wrong. That's so funny. I love that. So wholesome. Just broken slang. Mount Cond. So I don't even know where this place is. Moonmouth Legion Fort, Balmora. Ghost Gate. Is it some like far off place that we've never been to so that we can like adventure? I don't remember what it was called. West of Ald Velothi. Now I know that they have names that are in different regions. Like the Tell stuff is over here. But I don't know what those categories are. What are these? These are the Sadrith Mora. There's the Bal Tell. This one's Voss. Rothrin. Fell. There's different like kind of like prefixes and suffixes. Bal is over here, like Balmora. Ald Velothi, right here. Ald Velothi. So that's what we're trying to get to. We want to get to Cool, which we could do from Aldrin? I don't know how expensive it is from Aldrin, but we would probably want to go back to... Probably want to go back to the Foreign Quarter, start with the Mages Guild, and then... Wait, is this it? Do the little thingy. Telvanni. We don't want Telvanni. Okay, I thought we were going to go this way, but I wasn't sure. But there's nothing over here. That always throws me off. Foreign Quarter is north. But there's no... Bummer. Is that the Foreign Quarter? Is there a stairway? Great. Telvanni area, Ald, Redoran area, capital is Aldrin. Oh. Be interesting to see an updated Morrowind as in Skyrim era when the Empire is more established. Why can't I get up here? Ugh. Morrowind is set like 10 years after starting colonization, if I recall. That would be interesting to revisit that. Especially after experiencing more of it, I would be interested in. There we go. Foreign Quarter. Good, good. We're getting somewhere. Yeah, it would be interesting to see everything flattened or buried in ash from the eruption of the Red Mountain. That would just really add to the vibes. The Morrowind, Ashland vibes. We shall rebuild. Hold up. Oh. I think I need to start recording. So we'll take our brief break now so that I can kick on that recording again. It's a max hour at a time, that's why. I'd explain why the Emperor was in Morrowind in the Empire was in Morrowind in the first place, but spoilers. Tell me nothing. If it's something that I don't know. Speaking of tangents, Mount St. Helens has been churning out some ash, so cross your fingers. Oh dear. It's like, why don't they have the shadow with my armor? My armor is so cool. Okay, we're gonna take a very brief break, and then I'm gonna make sure that recording kicks back on. And we will be back to deal with this next situation. Ooh, we got Sheila. How's it going? How you doing, Sheila? Speaking of tangents, my math class starts soon. Nolly, good luck with that. Gotta love tangents. Cosines. Um, her. Oh, talking about the volcano, our home planet, processing some of that Taco Bell we love so much. Man, Mr. Nerdy and I did that. We were driving somewhere. We're driving home. We're like, man, gotta get some of that fast food. Then we got it, and we kind of got sick. And a few weeks later, we're like, man, some of that fast food sounds good. Yeah, babe, let's do it. And then we got kind of sick. And I was like, okay, next time either of us suggests this again, we need to say no. And so that's been an ongoing joke every time. Like, hey, want to get some of that fast food? No. Yeah, I would redo a lot of math because, like, there's a lot of things that I wish I got better at. Part of me was thinking, like, I have this delusional idea that maybe one day I could pursue engineering. I know that's an extremely broad subject, so just understand, I know that that's very broad. Probably more on the mechanical side. So I'm like, maybe I should, like, study math, and then one day if I'm able to actually pursue it, and, like study elements of it, and then maybe if I'm able to actually pursue it, I won't be so delusional about it. Maybe I'll actually be able to do it. I'm like every adult who's like, why didn't I study better? So, Anderson, if Ash continues till tomorrow, it will be Ash Wednesday. Oh, boy. I before E, except after Sheila. Love it. E before I, Sheila. We missed you, by the way. We're missing Invictus, too, so we got to see him last stream. It was nice. No palm branches necessary? Always thought it was kind of cool how the palm branches for Palm Sunday would be burned to create ash for Ash Wednesday. I did not know that. Wow, that's cool. I get a kick out of weird trivia, like how candle making and religious observances were linked. Beeswax candles became the norm because they didn't smoke and they produced a white light. Oh. After a 3-week strike, my first class is in 45 minutes. Ooh! Man, finally, I get to get back to that progress. It's been, it's been rough. Been seeing my therapist every day, put me on meds. Man, I hope that's going well. I hope you guys are figuring it out and getting what you need. I'm so sorry. I hope that improves. It's a big moment for you. Yeah, let's get it done. My older sister's an engineer. She isn't really a math person, but hard work pays off. Man, yeah, in the back of my mind, I think, we've talked about school, and Mr. Nerdy's like, hey, listen, if you could ever go back to school, what would you do it for? Which, quite honestly, in our life, not a realistic thing for me to do anything that I have to pay money for, not make money, doing. So with school, I'm like, well, if I could ever go back to school, and I thought it might produce something, I'd either go back for art or I'd go back for something bigger like that. But, the older you get with, like, no real job experience, the less likely, I'm like, the likelihood I'd be hired for anything or have a company spend the time training me for something, the older I get, the less likely that is. So I'm like, maybe I shouldn't even try to pursue stuff like that. But that's really cool, Nully. I've seen the, like, quote unquote, like, the reality of engineering, and it's like you think you're gonna be sitting there like designing Legos all day, and it's not like that. Like, it's so much more complicating, or so much more, sometimes more boring to some people. Like, I've listened to people describe the jobs and say, like, yeah, if you're really good, you might get this stereotypical job, but you might not. And so understanding what you're actually getting into.
How can I help you?
So I have to really sit down and, like, think about what realistic job possibilities would be, and then I need to start, like, slowly educating myself so that if there's ever that opportunity, that I'm ready for it I guess that's kind of more what I want to do, but it's cool to think about, I guess. Engineering is just making things. You don't need as much expertise as you did in the past. The past engineer these days, given computer software, does so much of the crunching. Interesting. So a big part of it would be understanding software too. Then I was trying to teach myself some levels of coding, and to be honest, I'm like, wow, this is so much harder than I thought. Fudge the resume though. Forget homemaker. Be like, I am I've been working as a financial advisor. I've been working as a handyman. Not a handyman. Because I do my own stuff around the house. And be like, I'm a designer and a manager of sorts. And like, how far can we push this homemaker thing? I do stuff and I keep everything running. How would that apply to a company? I am a CEO. No, not really. CFO. I'm on the board of directors at my current job. The board of directors is only 2 people, Mr. Nerdy and myself. How far can we stretch this?
Where would you like to go?
Yeah, true. I could just, yeah, fudge resume though. I don't know. I do engineering, and I go out every so often and visit sites. Make sure the flocculator be flocculating. What? Nice. CNO, Chief Nerdy Officer. Yes, I'm the CNO. IT Technician Advisor for 5 years. Did customer tech support. I am the IT advisor for the public on advanced software made anywhere from when was Morrowind released? Morrowind release date. Just shh, give me a second. I'm typing up my resume. Morrowind release date 2002. Yeah, but I've done some games before that though. Played PS1 release date. Dating anywhere from 1995 to about 2020, and I give people technical support on said software. I am an advisor to many people. I have customers who they don't call in; they type in to chat. O2. Are you nice? This character's in combat. You are not nice. I like your bow though, so I want it. I'd like to take a look at it. You look like the dude I just saw on the Mage's Guild who said he would join the Morag Tong. I wonder if he's one of those characters that you get to see later. He's like, thank you for saving me from the Dark Brotherhood. Their ideology clearly just like wasn't it. Oh, it's a chitin short bow. Interesting. And a spear. You didn't even make any food for me? Man, I wiped all of you out and for what? Not even a snack? So we're trying to get to Ald Velothi and the east or west of it. It's west? They can only be so far west. There's an ocean right there. Beta tester for Bethesda Game Studios because all players are beta testers at some point. I think all players are still beta testers, regardless of how old a Bethesda game is. So have you ever worked in tech? So I do QA, but my advice is never heeded because I have never been taken seriously. But I'm a consumer tester who's just a consumer and doesn't get listened to. I fix things after someone said it was broken when it wasn't. Teach people things that are not really how things are not really broken. It's how we use it that needs to be fixed. You're not applying this to Bethesda, are you? I would almost apply it to efficient leveling, though. You just need to learn to do it right. It's like a puzzle. It's like Sudoku. Learn a new skill. Was it supposed to be like that? No, but that's not the point. Did they forget to finish the mechanic? Yes, but that's why we need to improve. Because it was always meant to be this way. How much farther can you travel west from Ald Velothi? Or was it meant to be east? Is this one of the missions where they tell you the wrong direction? I do quality control on the donuts. There's my dream job. I've trained all my life. See, that's what you need. It doesn't matter what your resume says. You need somebody who has had experience, who's been trained in this from the beginning, and they, you know, sometimes it's not valued. You know, talking cakes earlier, and you're like, well, I've been apprenticed since a small child. I have experience and knowledge, and you know that other people simply don't have, regardless of how much schooling they've had. This isn't the one. Okay, so somehow we got to try to travel west to nothing. That's the one, Pearly. So it's got to be down here somewhere. I'm gonna assume. Did not say southwest, but that does not matter. It's west somewhere. Maybe it's in the middle of the ocean. What is behind me? It does not sound good. Oh, hi! Don't sting me. Clap, clap. This donut does not have enough filling. Give me money. Chop, chop. You walk into like any pastry shop and you're just like, no, I'm the quality advisor. I'm the quality assurance guy. I'm gonna need to test one of those, and obviously I need to have a coffee with it because many of your consumers will be purchasing this with coffee. I need to know if they are complimentary. They're like, oh, absolutely, right now, you know, we gotta get this guy the best service. I mean, you know, he's gonna write us up for something. I mean, we gotta be on top of this. It's not customers always right, but the quality assurance guys are always right. Oh, we didn't have time to prepare for your arrival. No, but this corporate didn't tell us anything. No, but see, this is. Do you think the customers? You're being warned of the customers' arrival? No, you need to be ready at all times with high quality goods. You need to represent this company well. Now, where's my donuts? Where is my croissant? My queso. Bring it now. What is that? Oh, it says past the dormer ruin. Do we got to get all the way up there? Okay, we got to go around. That's always the worst part of a church bake sale. There are Italian, Polish, and Irish women in the parish, and if I'm not careful, I'll lose all my money and gain all the weight. But it's for a good cause. That's why they call it sacrifice, okay? It's what we must do to live a fulfilling life is sacrifice things. Okay, so they said past the dormer ruin. Okay, so it is over here. Cool. Ooh, I want to shoot this thing. Is that a crooked bow, or is that the thing that you pull to shoot the arrow? Or a crooked arrow. Arrow, that's what I meant. Words are not wording. I want to go in there and find things. Arcing thunk stir dumps. That is not going to make it in an ASMR video for sure. That is just not going to work. Can you imagine trying to stick a bunch of Dwemer words? You guys are listening to Nerdy as she travels across the hills of Morrowind and up the plains where the breeze blows gently, picking up sand and, whoa, getting sand in your eyes as you walk through the beautiful plains. The ash and dust fill your nose, and then you find the Dwemer ruin of Ash. Like, oh, this is not as relaxing as I thought it would be. And then as you enter the next area, we pause for a loading screen. Feel the relaxation as we are suspended in midair Heavy armor. Good, 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 good. We needed some of that. I'm not even all that religious, but affiliating with the church means I get to show up when they have communal meals. You have people who believe that, you know, we need to put our heart and soul into the efforts in the kitchen. Probably gonna end up with something good. People who are always baking and cooking for each other. 50 gold! I'm saved. Ooh! Mushrooms! Salt rice. I don't care about the cliff racer who flies so high. Like a kite. Muck. That didn't sound good at all. Ew, muck. Muck's what you get when you get a chest cold. Gross. You guys want to make an awesome pastry, mixed fruit with cream cheese. Okay, we're already off to a very good start. Mix, okay, and spread it on a croissant triangle. I need to just get those croissants. I always tell myself, no, you gotta make it, but I've never made one, and I cannot make that dough. It is way too much work. And I probably would be terrible at it. What is this? What is this? Ooh, ooh. Die. It was a farm. What have we found here? Okay. Roll folded from the corner until the spread is on the inside, then bake. That sounds amazing. I really need to just, like, remember to actually pick that up. Croissant dough. As much as I would love to learn to do it, I would spend all my time doing that and we'd have no food to eat. But I'd be like, here's a lot of pastries, though. Mr. Nerdy and I have been trying to be so healthy, but he will crumble at a good pastry, so. Probably shouldn't make his job harder. I was trying to eat so healthy, but you made 24 of them. I don't know, that's how many croissants were in the pack. Certainly didn't want to waste any and didn't want to waste the motivation and save them for later, so I had to make all of them. We got this really good jelly. It was like jam thing, and it was a blueberry. Oh my word, it was bomb. That would be an amazing one to stick in a croissant. And cream cheese is my favorite. I love cream cheese, but I never buy it. I feel like for the dairy products we get, it is on the pricier end. And then if I don't finish it, like if you don't finish half of it, you essentially pay twice as much for what you used. And it's just like, I'm like, I can't. Somebody told me though, if you get you could freeze it. And I tried it and it freezed just fine. It didn't get grainy or weird when we pulled it out of the freezer. So I'm like, well, thus was the last time I ever wasted any cream cheese. You could freeze it. But you have to get the packs you can't get the big giant tub of it. You have to get you have to get the little like packets. Okay, what are we even trying to find? It's being held by Anel Rephilis in, it says past the Dormer ruins. Yasamidon. We went too far south, I think. Definitely. Let me just check. Excuse me, I mean you no harm. Aluba Adon egg mine. That is not what we're going for, but sounds like it would make a good breakfast. Also, granulated honey does a really cool thing of making a glaze when baked. Ooh, you can get those in Costco. Had a little croissant this morning. Funny that. Oh, what do you mean you had an amazing morning? Okay, I should have just gone for it. I don't know why. I know these guys are always behind in their attacks. No. Okay. No, there's another one. I just want the loot, man. I just want the loot. Skelly, save me! Skelly! Where's Skelly? Skells, I need you. I did fried cabbage the other night. Added onion and green pepper, but also honey. Huh. Turned out really well. Yeah, remember how much those souls are worth, nerdy? Remember. Okay, we need... Then... Soul trap. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oops. Wrong button. Not the time to hit the wrong button, man. Okay. Probably shouldn't use all... Do we have it equipped? Soothing Balm. That's what we have equipped. It's not okay. Hearth Belt. That one's not that charged either. Ooh, knocked him down. I've noticed the spear has really been knocking him down. Trapped his soul? Okay, there you go. Okay, so past the Dormer Ruin. Some of these Daedric ruins do have weird names like that, though. I wonder if it's this. Let's find a door or something and see what the name is. She's gonna tag me, right? Okay, so we need to get... If we even have any magic left, we need to soul trap her. Right? But if I soul trap her and then she goes aggro, because, like, is she aggro already? Now I'm worried. Are you sure she's chill? Nope. 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 I am so used to seeing them in the Shivering Isles. Like, come on, man. I like it when you guys are my friends. Whoa. That's so sad, man. I didn't get your soul? Why not? Oh, I probably gotta get that. Oh, Daedric Shield. I can't carry that. Dang it. I want it. Listen, I can't carry it, but let's just look at it. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at that. It even has hair. That's so cool. What? Keep that staff. Staff good. Staff good? Keep the staff. Okay, let's see. Why? I think I have I think I have an ebony staff. But I can carry it, so that would be the thing to keep. Highest enchant capacity in the game. That's kind of valuable. Now let's see what the name of this place is. Yashamat Hanj. Alright. There it is. Teon nerdy versus carry weight capacity. Next episode of... Can she survive with all her stuff? I don't think pulling my guns out is gonna work. Well, the highest enchant capacity because an intern's finger slipped. Oopsie boopsie. Some mistakes are welcome here. No! We ran out. That's okay. Oh, I didn't, like, repair my spear first, but at least we got it. He didn't like that. I just want your soul, man. It's not that deep. Relax. Oh, it's beautiful. I want it. Oh, it's so pretty. I just want to hold it really quickly. What? I guess I could do that, but then I can't recall right back. I want to deal with it. Whoa. I look awesome. Look at this thing. Really, I feel like Skyrim really stuck with this style better than Oblivion did. Like, if this is the standard, Skyrim really went back to that look. These Warhammers. Yeah, the same reason there are so many cliff racers. They were supposed to only spawn at higher altitudes. One sloppy coder. Later and everywhere, it became a meme. I think the second highest enchant is the Ebony Skimmy, but that's in Mournhold. You can set a mark, then divine away, drop it, then recall. Fair, you could divine. That would make it easier. And then recall back. Ooh. I'm sorry, waiting for the suffering. Sorry, where was this? Wait a minute, is this Rethalis? There. Oh, there it is. Dwarven Claymore. Oh, pretty. But we need the Ring of Sanguine Sublime Wisdom. Fortify Alchemy, 5 points. I'm sorry, is that really all that important? That's not gonna be one that I feel bad about getting rid of. Dwarven Claymore, though. Let's just take a look at her. I feel like across the board, Dwarven is never worth its weight. Like, to have to carry it around. Oh, but it's pretty. Oh, man, it almost has an elven look. Oh, that's beautiful. I take it back. I take it back. Oh, that is a gorgeous claymore. Look at how, like, massive this thing is. And you just put it away. Ebony skimmies are OP. Dude. Getting that black G, working on it. Wait, I didn't mean to waste magic on that. I need health. Finish my current attack. I'm not attacking anybody. I mean, I could do it. I could do it. I could do it. I feel like we're gonna find a lot of stuff like this, and I'm gonna have a hard time keeping track of all my junk. It's too much. That's awfully pretty, though. And I do like it. I just don't have the strength to carry it. Or I do, but I have too much stuff. Whoa. Is this just part of the ruins? Oh, I don't have the health to deal with you right now. Forget it. No! Nice try. Come at me, Slaughterfish. Oh, I'm sorry. One hit? I expect you to go down easily. You look just as shocked. Okay, anyways. There's more slimy thingies. I must destroy them all. Where are they? Gross little guys. Are we? Yes. Cliff Racer didn't even interrupt my rest. Look at that. Oh, one hit. Oh dear. Yay. I've contracted hell joint. I think this is what I deserve. Speaking of divine intervention, might want to call upon that one right now. Okay, so, oh, here's divine. I kind of wish there was Cliff Racer steak in the game. Vengeance! Hey, in Skyrim they introduced cooking. I gotta add that into Morrowind. Was this one the harder one to find? No. Where's your thing? I need to heal myself. Here we go. I'm healed. Yay. Ooh. Stuff. Cliff Racer steak. Just destroy him. It seems fair. Alrighty. Now we just gotta get all the way.
May I help you?
No. We need to get all the way back to Vivek.
A visitor. What may I do for you?
What may I do for you? Let me leave. Not that way. Not that way either. Where am I going? There we go. Poor Cliff Racer. That's what you get. So wait, we need to go to, this is the thing that's always going to give me a hard time. Got the foreign quarter, which is where we are. But the map makes it look like we're somewhere else. I need to learn the symbols is what I need to do. That's the one thing. That's on me. I need to learn what the little like the those are the weight thingies. The scales. Is that arena? Why isn't it showing it? That's Lalu. So it's making it look like we're at Redder and we're actually at Lalu right now. So it's scooting us over. We need to go north. We need to go east a lot. You mark in front of the current quest giver you're working with. That's a good idea. The one benefit to being able to zoom over to the to zoom over to like Balmora Mages Guild is that I can have them fast travel me anywhere. Huh. So that for me, that's the benefit to that, because I'm basically going to the person who can... Whoa! I never understood why this was called arena because I never saw this. I never saw any arena. Victor of the blue team, leave the arena now and rest. You've earned it. No, this is the pit. Sorry. That's really cool, though. So now that we're finally at arena... Yeah, it does take a minute to get back to. You gotta get to the right section of the wasteworks. You need to hope it loads. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No. Don't do this to us, Morwood. Don't do this right now. No. Please. Well, it seems as though we've had a bit of a problem. I don't know what to do about it. We shall start Morrowind all over again. Whoa. Well, don't know what's been happening with Morrowind lately on the Xbox. Well, the newer Xbox at least. Come on. Oh no. One of your old streams, Dad and Jimmy had a discussion about home-flavored Coke. I vaguely remember that now that you're bringing it up. Oh man. We've had discussions. This is very weird. Because I did do an extra save and it is not showing up. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Let's see. Before they get me, I'm just gonna zoom on over just Divine really quickly. Oh, you can just Sylvie intervention to Vivek. I haven't tried that. Excuse me. Wait a minute, where? Sometimes I don't understand why my skills are affected. I know there's like a you can get your skills nerfed, but it's like you don't have any diseases. But someone used an effect on you and your strength is lower or something like that. Just a sec. I don't know. I'm Sylvia intervention to teleport to Vivek. That's when. Okay. Agreed. Once Nerdy feels the whoosh of 100 points, 1 second jump with feather fall, she will be hooked. Feather fall. Sounds foolproof. That's what I would need. Okay, we'll try Sylvia intervention from here. Where are we? It's not gonna take me down to Vivek. Took me to Nisus. We got, well, let's try, recalling first. I end up Batmaning my way through Morrowind with a trinket for every contingency. Divine might take me up to Buckmouth. Sylvie will take me up there. So I need to go down this way. Or I could just use... Or are you referring to like after we Mage's Guild teleport to Vivek?
Go ahead, Outlander.
Oh my gosh. Then we could try Sylvie intervention.
Ah, a visitor. What may I do for you?
Leave me alone. I'm really not like that, I swear. It's just these Morrowind people, man. Just these Morrowind people. So what if we tried Civi right now? Then Hulkly. Ah, I see. I kind of see what you're saying here. Map. Because now you're out. Foreign quarters way up here. And we're trying to get to Arena. I'm actually not here. I'm over here. I think. Or something like that. It's hard to tell. So let's try the boots. Magic. Which one's this one? St. Alms, which means we are... Oh, we're just south of Arena. Okay. Now we're going to go back to Magic. Wow. Should have thought of that, since I did not heal. After activating... I was wondering that! After activating Fight, you could switch to the Boots of Blinding Speed. I was wondering, because I was like... I don't need to keep the... It's a cast. So I shouldn't need to keep the boots on. Should have done that. Okay, I'll try that next time. Anytime you're ready, you can talk to me. Or, which is way better than stop bothering me. But, I will say, I'm not trying to talk to anybody. And everybody keeps acting like I'm trying to get in their face about something. I get stuck on the pottery. Completed my mission, but I got stuck on a jar. Are we here? Are we here? Have you found the ring of sanguine sublime wisdom? This is one that I'm happy to give to you. I don't need it. It is very subtle. So you have found the ring. I love how you could just be like, no, I don't know what you are talking about. I found nothing. Yes, here it is. So the threads return to us one by one. Your journal's been updated. The ring of sanguine sublime wisdom has been removed from your inventory. And just to be extra annoying, we're going to ask how much longer till advancement. Really? What was it? Was it like the Imperial Cult that like every mission you did, you got an advancement? I'm like, that makes no sense. Excellent, Elise. You are now Elise the Master. Wow. I'm pretty cool, if I do say so myself. Keep an eye out. Morwood has some steel daggers, which have powerful levitation enchantments, 50 points or so. They're 1.5 pounds each, so they can save you space if you find one or two. That's clever. That's really clever. That makes a lot of sense. It's very different thinking, logic than Oblivion. It's like in Morrowind, if these are like when cast, you could just have really lightweight, multiple casts. I'm now Elise the Master, guys. I'm Master Elise. I am just so cool now. Except I'm not the boss. By any stretch of the imagination, this dude is. And I respect it, of course. Don't be mad at me. Dark Brotherhood, I guess. I'm curious. We're still at war. Do not forget that. Okay. They still haven't attacked me. I don't know what's up with that. Also, if you see me in their armor, it's just an aesthetic thing. You know, you get really good agile movement in those. They're great for running. So, you know, don't think anything of it. I wonder if this game is bothered if you wear the Dark Brotherhood like garb and you come over and talk to this dude, be like, wait, are we still at war with the Dark Brotherhood? Yeah, but they've got like a great outfits. Like, you can't deny it. You've given me nothing. You haven't given me cool pants or gloves or anything. Special duties. One of the leaders of the Dark Brotherhood here in Vardenfell is Durus Marius. He and his followers have retreated to Asurnaran. Asurnaran. Cool. Oof, I've had this insane knot in my calf, and my lady tortured me last night, obliterating. It's pretty sore right now. Weirdly, my back and shoulder kind of aches now. Oh, gosh, that sucks. Huh. Nope, there's armor which will provoke an attack, but I'm not saying which one. That's interesting. So armor can provoke an attack. Yeah, don't ask why there's only one yeah. That's deep lore. It's information for another time. It's we're too young and naive to fully understand the deep magic. Okay, let's see. Durus Marius. He and his followers have retreated to Asurnaran. Okay, can you tell me something about it? It's in the underworks, oh, it's not that far, of the St. Oms Canton here in Vivec City. Find this foul place and honorably execute Durus Marius, the leader of these Mehrunes Dagon cultists. Okay. St. Oms Underworks. The leader. I mean, the leader of this chapter, if nothing else.
This land suits you. We welcome you freely.
Someone being nice to me. It took 19 hours of sleep to heal me. Wow. I had to sleep for a whole day, probably because my character never sleeps.
Please, go ahead, Outlander.
Okay, go ahead. Let me go ahead. Thank you. Whee! Will this do me any good? Nope. Mafala's doing nothing for me. Nothing. Well, dudes are driving me nuts.
My time is precious.
So St. Olms is right. There's Foreign Quarter Arena, St. Olms. So it's right there. But I do want to try switching to the Boots of Blinding Speed to get across. You know what would be an epic Easter egg quest pickup for Nerdy during this run? Elton Brand. Huh. Okay, I'm going to take one more quick break because even though I only had like half of a Cliff Racer energy drink,
Watching you.
it was too much, clearly. I'm one of those girls, which is all of those girls, who do not drink water. And then when I drink water, I'm like, what is happening? I don't know. I don't understand why we need so much hydration. Can live without it. I know it's not true, but it seems true. Okay, we're gonna try the levitation and switching to Boots of Blinding Speed in just a second. Let's see. Nobody gets Elton Brand without a walkthrough. Oh, is this a hard to find quest? Look at this guy strutting around in his fancy pants. I know. I do want Sharama, though. I like your pants and your sock sandals, or whatever that situation is. I don't know. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay. It's a specific quest, this Elton brand quest. Specific quest to execute, you need some specific amount of money in the inventory when turning it in. I probably have too much. It's tucked into another quest, but specific things which you have to do are impossible to know without having been to a wiki. It was an inside joke by one of the devs. Interesting. Elton Brand played for Duke Blue Devils and later for the 76ers. So don't worry about obtaining this one, nerdy, unless you want to tack it on once you're finished with Morrowind. Just look him up, and he played for a lot of teams. The Bulls, Clippers, 76ers, Mavericks, and Hawks. There's a... Oh, Sheila, there's a cool tomb north of Vivek. Or Othralos. Let's see, Othralos Ancestral Tomb. I feel like we've run across this. You should check it out. You'll get some cool stuff there. I don't know that we've been in it. I love that quest. Isn't it one of the old Nord and the Bard and the Telvanni Canton points you toward? I think so. May have it mixed up, but yeah, that's a great area to explore. They put so much detail in it.
Keep moving.
If it's half as much detail as they put in this guy's outfit, I'm down. Arena. No, we're trying to go here. Okay, so what? We're going to try this thing. So we got to try a couple things. We got to do this. We got to do this. That is wrong. Wait. My bad. We don't want to resist this magic. It's not good. How do we do this? Now we've already done Visine. It's probably not even lasting this long. Whoa! That is genius. Whee! Love it. So yeah, you can do that. There we go. It's funny because I was thinking it in the back of my mind. I was like, I just wonder if you can do this. This is fantastic. Wait, if there's a like flat area on the top of this, is there not like a door up here? Just wondering since I'm up here anyway. Okay. There's a way back down though. Whoop. Whoop. There we go. Everything is data mined and posted to a wiki or walkthrough video before the game is even released. This was old school game design. They cared and actually rewarded you for talking to random drunks and exploring distant points on a map because they knew players would come through the... Whoa, hey there. Duvianus Platorius. I'm looking for a friend of mine, a female Khajiit named Adhiranir. Do you know where I can find her? It's not even listed as an... No? It doesn't even have a... little blue thing where you pick the topic.
Not now, Outlander. Head on. Let's not make this official, Outlander.
Okay, alrighty. I'm busy. I'm working here. One of the Dark Brotherhood bases is in Acernurayan, which is beneath the St. Ohms Canton here in Vivek City. Beneath the St. Ohms Canton. Down we go. Cough, cough, cough. Canal Works? Is it in the Canal Works? Khajiit has no time for you. Yeah, Outlander this, Outlander that. How do we know behind all that armor and those helmets that they're not Outlanders themselves? Is what I would say.
My time is precious, so make it quick.
Do you have the sugar? What do you need? What do you need with trade? Just go away. You don't want the sugar? I'm gonna assume it's in the underworks. I could be completely wrong. It said under, but it might not be the case. Uh-oh. Hey there, there's a little door right there. What do you know? Ugh. Oh, oh my. That's stupid. Okay, well, you know what? You did. Ooh, it's a shrine. Ah. It definitely explains the name. You will die. Will I though? Will I? Ooh, there's a humming of evil. Let's see. We've got our Graveward Amulet. Ooh, agility. Where's Graveward? No, not Zenithar Whispers. Whoa, he knocked down my dude! Ooh, Skelly got revenge. This is not ideal. Dwarven sword. Ooh, Daedric longsword. Belt of sanguine balanced armor. Sanguine deep biting. I feel like anything sanguine related we need. Now you're Endurus Marius. Steel crossbow, I want it. Flame Slayer. Viper bolt. Lots of sanguine stuff. Where's the cool outfits? I feel like we've not gotten to the bottom of the... Whoa, hey man. Look at you. Handsome guy. Looks like there's a stairway, like these are like monkey bars. What are they training on these all day? Right in front of their guy? Item does not have enough charge. Fortify health. Let's put our little skirt back on. Shield would be nice. Ring of the Khajiit. Invisibility, kind of helpful. Chameleon Sanguine Sure Flight. That's nice, I guess. I need the health thingy. Didn't we have another health one? We had another health one. Yes. Soothing Balm. Does not have enough. Mother's Ring. That was the other one. We have Mother's Ring and we have Foe Grinder. Yeah, this heals us just about as much as kissing a boo-boo. Like, come on. Fortify health. Foe Grinder will do. Why do I feel so slow? What is going on? There's nobody else in here. Durus Marius. I guess it just says and report back. I mean, I already executed him. Just report back? There's no one else in here. Blue glass pot. Nothing interesting. This is trapped. Do we have any probes left? Because it seems to be all we ever have. Let's see. Yes! Ooh, okay, 25 gold. Okay, exquisite, extravagant. Exquisite's the best, right? We need that. We need steel spark mace. We don't need it, but I don't know. I don't even think the spoiled potions are hilarious to me. Like, how it doesn't just disappear surprises me. What is up with my shoes? Oh, I'm still have the... Oh. That explains it. Really? I can rest in here. Haha! Whee! Gotta get out of here, man. So, we're gonna do the thing. The advice I have been given is to Almsivy intervention out of here, and then to float along my way. And then find... Wait, did I not do Visine? Did I not? Oh. Okay, I think it's right over here. Let's see if we can make it all the way. So we got St. Olms. Do 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 do. Beautiful flags. Is this the arena? Oh, we just kind of... Not even touching the floor. We're just swimming on over here. Kieran Crumlish, how you doing? Have you ever done voice acting? No, I have not. I've always thought it was a cool thing, though. Not always. I mean, I think, okay, always meaning for a while now. Ever since I started doing just the Oblivion videos, I have found voice acting really cool, and I started looking into it more. I think it'd be cool to do. I knew it. I knew it was the wrong side. I knew it. Let's not make this official. Official? Okay. You've got an unofficial problem with me then, and you are going to... Okay, I know. Everybody's watching me. We know. It's fine. I'm moving fast. Goodness. I was very, very encouraged by people in the beginning about my voice and how like I practiced it and I got a little bit better with it as the videos went along. I was trying my best to because you don't realize how like the weird little things you do with your speech until you listen to yourself recorded back and you try to chop up and edit it, and all of a sudden I recognized the way that I would like form sentences. Like I'd pause in the middle instead of pausing at the end, so it made sentences very like hard to separate. And so there were things that I practiced really hard early on. You don't have the gravelly voice from inhaling too much ash. It's a giveaway. Ah, man, that's why they know. They're like, she's got a very gentle, soft. Ooh, Outlander. We know, we know. You fool us not. How does the fight go in Asurneraren? That's gonna be the thing I have to work on if I ever did voice acting. Be all the pronunciations. Let's let you know how it went. So Durus Marius is dead, and the cult in Asurneraren has been crushed. Please take these 2,000 drakes as if this were a writ of execution. I love this because he's like, don't worry, the writs are honorable. They're legally they're backed. Like you're not gonna get in trouble for this. And then he has you do other assignments that are not writs, but it's like, well, let's just count this as a writ, okay? We'll just call this a writ, and we'll treat it like an honorable thing. But just go, just destroy everyone. You seem like a bigger Bethesda fan than most. Imagine you were Imagine you were an NPC in the game. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think somebody brought this up once, like yeah, I don't know, maybe a year ago. And I was like, oh, that'd be so cool. I would love to do that. I mean, even if they never come out with Elder Scrolls 6, I can't imagine that the entire thing's done yet. You would think a lot of the things would be done by now, but that would be really cool. Can you imagine? But I think the only problem with pursuing something like that, and if it was even pursuable, first of all, I'd have no resume because I've never done it, ever. But also, and I guess the only resume I would have would be videos on YouTube. I think the problem would be is that you don't realize how difficult something is or how not good at it you would be when you haven't done it before. You're like, oh, it's so simple. I'm sure all I have to do is just get really, I don't know, clean audio. I just need to enunciate things well. But then you realize there's an acting element that I've never encountered in my life. So I'd be very interested in doing it, but I think that's where it would expose like how the things you'd have to get better at, and I'd be willing. I just think it'd be really cool. I would love to do it, but I think I'd realize how hard it really is. And I don't know how deep this really goes. Not sure if you're familiar with the movie, but in the 80s film Highlander, Christopher Lambert played a Scot and couldn't read or speak English. Now that is voice acting. He played a Scot. So you're not saying he played a Scot who couldn't read or speak English. He couldn't read or speak English and was still able to play, like the actor himself couldn't read or speak English and was still able to play a Scot. That's crazy. That's voice acting. That's insane. That's really, really cool. So we're going to treat this like a writ. We're going to get paid as a writ, but can I note the fact that I may have destroyed 3, not 2? I feel like 3,000 gold would be a little more appropriate, but that's okay. He was French and didn't speak English. Oh, that's cool. So he literally had to voice act his way through it. He was creating the words. That is really cool. Man, mad respect. Well, I guess he still is French. They haven't found a cure. Wow. They haven't been able to clear that out yet, but to be able to do a job like that, wow. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this has been executed. We have I guess we're still at war with the Dark Brotherhood, but we've destroyed a small chapter of it, I guess, in Vivek. We're clearing them. We're wiping them out. We're like, we are the prominent assassin gang around here. Okay. We're not going to have competition. And we're better because we've decided we're better. That's really cool. Yes, I think it'd be really cool to voice act. If I thought there was a way to pursue that, I would definitely consider it. I've looked into voice acting, like starting voice acting. I guess there's a way, like a good entry. Not it's not entry level and it's not easy. Understand what I'm saying here. This is not easy, but one way that people get into voice acting is by doing audiobooks. But audiobooks require an extensive amount of time and some editing capability. And for me to do something like that would require resources, aka time, that I don't know that I have. I also notice that when I read for extended period of times, like out loud, like if I'm reading out loud, there's something about speaking that your voice takes on a certain, like your words come from a certain place in your throat when you speak versus when you read a book. It's like it changes positions when you're reading a book and you're trying to enunciate something you're reading. I don't know why, but I feel like when I read, I speak differently. Like not my voice isn't different, but the way I'm projecting is different and it exhausts my voice very quickly. So I can stream for a couple hours. My voice is fine. But when I like specifically read, I remember reading this book for Mr. Nerdy because he was like working, but he had to keep up with the book and there was no audiobook. So I would read chapters of the book at a time and send it to him so that he could keep up with the book and not miss it, but also not have to read it. And there's something about reading that your voice, to talk about gravelly, if I wanted to sound like an Ashlander, just have me reading a book for an hour and I will sound like an Ashlander. So you could be one of the last voice actors before AI handles that. That was the other thing I was thinking of, actually, especially with games, massive games, with if they want the voices to vary a lot more. I was like, that might be a pursuit, and with audiobooks, especially with books that maybe don't have as big of an audience. And they're like, listen, we just need to get an audiobook out there so it'll sell. But it's not something that really requires the touch of a human. I was like, that if I pursue that, especially in the past few months, I'm like, I don't know that that wouldn't be obliterated quickly. And the only people who would really have jobs are the people who have a very long standing reputation in the community. It's like you get your side characters are all AI, and then you get your main character. You get like a really big name person that people will know, they'll flock to, and also that'll just deliver the lines way better. So yeah, that is something else that came to my mind. I'm like, oh, it'd be so cool to do, but how much investment before that's kind of undone? And AI voices are getting way better with the inflections and delivering the same word in different ways depending on the sentence. Like, it's getting better. You could record your voice and send it to game studios. I mean, I guess I could do it. I think the issue would just be if I had a voice good enough, not even good enough, but like a voice that sounded appropriate to a given game or a given character, then the issue would be is just the acting part. Is acting, the actual acting part of walking out voice acting, I don't have skill in. Kind of sad to think there might not be the next Wes Johnson. Oh no, that is sad to think of. Like, the next Wes Johnson is essentially AI. There's never gonna be like a big name like, wow, he carried this entire game, this entire world on his shoulders. That is crazy to think. Well, looks like we're at war with the Dark Brotherhood. This guy's apparently very serious about it. We will continue our war with the Dark Brotherhood on Thursday, but like we have said, we will consider moving on. Maybe dipping our toes in this. There's this really a good quest called the main quest, and we might dip our toes into that. We are going to pursue the Great Houses. Redoran would be my choice, at least for this character. But yeah, I think that'd be really, really, really cool. to move on to a great house. And then I really do want to focus on the main quest. I just want a house so bad. And I'm glad to have gotten. Yeah, you guys are going to have to tell me if I've gotten far enough into the Morag Tong that it's not going to harm my affiliation with other groups. Don't worry about sounding appropriate. Owlcat hires terrible voice actors for their Pathfinder games. It's like being in a party who warped through time from current day, complete with phrasing. Honestly, I think it'd be really cool. And my original intent, my original start to YouTube, as some of you guys know, was like, I'm essentially a homemaker. I do things at home. I've helped take care of family members, and I've done things that have not allowed me to get a job. I have very limited. I was going to say mobility. That sounds physical. Physically, no mobility, but as far as logistically, I have more limited mobility, and it doesn't allow me to like go and get a job. So I'm like, what do? I have to do something from home. And YouTube came up, and I'm like, that's unlikely to ever work. But you know what? I enjoy it, and I'm obsessed with YouTube videos. I had wanted to be not wanted to be a YouTuber, but like I have really admired certain people, and especially who've done certain gaming things. Like ESO is one of them. Fudge Muppet is a group that I really like. And who else? Straight Up Irish was someone that whose videos I'm just like, they're funny, they're enjoyable to watch, they're very concise. I would love to do something like that. And I realized that along the way, if it's just a hobby, I'm going to learn how to edit if I can ever figure out how to do it. Like I'm going to learn how to use certain programs, probably develop certain skills, and then it just kind of turned into something that I'm like, I just kind of enjoy this. And along the way developed a community that I think is like the coolest community ever. I've hung out with certain groups in chat, and it's like this just doesn't compare. Like it's just such a fun group of people to hang out with, and enjoying a new game with you guys that I've never played before. And I just and Invictus is one of those people. Hello everybody. Ooh, we're discussing gaming channels. How apropos. Yes. Somebody asked me if I'd ever consider voice acting, and then we're talking about how voice acting might get obliterated by AI, and how with gaming that was something that I was like, how would I develop skills that could ever apply to some type of job while I'm at home stuck with the responsibilities that I have? What would be appropriate within that would work? And quite honestly, voice acting could, but I again don't have certain skills that would be required in certain arenas, but maybe there are entry level places to exercise those things. I think that'd be really cool. Not sure if you're aware, but being in the gaming streaming space, it seems relevant. Asmongold's dad passed away recently. Oh, that's really sad. I'm so sorry to hear that. I've seen clips from him. I've seen very funny clips or funny takes from him. And I haven't seen a lot of his actual streams. I think I've seen more, I guess a lot of people who see streaming content, because I'm not on Twitch all the time, I tend to see the YouTube content from Twitch streams. So, but I am familiar with him, and that's really unfortunate. Because he's a pretty big name, right? He's pretty big. So that's really sad. I wonder if it was like not that it makes it better, just to be clear, but if it's an expected or unexpected thing, that's definitely also a tone shift of something like that. When it just like is like a like out of nowhere thing, or if it's like, man, I've been living with this for, however long, and I knew this was going to happen, but I had to live with it for that amount of time. Either way, pancreatic cancer, they saw it coming. To be honest, in my life lately, I've seen a lot of that. I wonder what's up with that, the pancreatic cancer. I've seen that numerous times, and it's really, apparently really, really bad and really rough. I'm so sad to hear that. But yeah, I'm not somebody who's like in the chats or someone who like sees a lot of his stuff, but seems like a really chill guy, and he's really funny. That's what got Dad. Okay, so that's the other. Okay, because I've heard about it in, yeah. I think that might have been one of the times too, Sheila, with Raven, and then there have been times like in just IRL that I've been hearing like it's come up many times. there's been a remarkable increase in cancer diagnoses in the past 5 years. You can get in trouble for speculating as to why. Yeah, that's the question. Like one person might say it's because our detection is better, and someone else might say it could be something else. There could be other reasons or motives. There could be a lifestyle thing. It could be so many things, but it's a yeah, that's not a none of them are good ones, but that's supposed to be a rough one. Which is I'm just so sorry to hear that for anybody who's dealing with that in their personal or private life. I'm very, very sorry. Any type of cancer, to be honest. It moves so bloody. Yeah, that's one of the things. It's like out of nowhere. It's like someone's like, "Oh, I've got this thing," and then out of like immediately it like goes downhill so fast. It's 95% unbeatable. Oh my goodness. I've had two guys I worked with drop that dropped dead suddenly in the past few years. Both were half my age and in great shape. Yeah, Mr. Nardi and I have had this conversation too, that there have been people who were very young and out of nowhere had very unusual symptoms of things. And some of them were, things like chronic illnesses. Some of them were like out of nowhere stroke, out of nowhere heart attacks. And we're like, these are young people, like relatively healthy. This shouldn't be happening. And no like what do you call it, like lifestyle things that would indicate that would have ever come down the pipeline. What happened to my helmet? Yeah, that's been happening a lot lately, and I know there's been a lot of speculation on what could have triggered that. But it's really, really sad. And yeah, I think the fact that it happens to people that just don't have any warning signs too is what's so, I don't even want to say suspicious, but it's odd. It's odd that it's happening. And it's tragic because people are like, everything was fine, and then everything was not fine. Well, for those of you who are struggling with anything, or whose family is, I know thoughts and prayers are widely looked down upon as a way to pull yourself away from actual action. But since we're in an arena where we do not necessarily know each other in real life, that, my thoughts are with you guys. And I love just discussing this stuff because it's like I would say most of us are dealing with this at either firsthand or second. And it's just getting really common. Coroners and the guys who embalm corpses are finding enormous clots inside bodies. They notice them because they have trouble pumping the fluid. Yeah. And wasn't there a lot of speculation that certain things might be causing the clots? Like that this should not be happening, is coming out of nowhere. Morticians? And of course, on a happy note, would you ever play Fallout 3 New Vegas? Yes, I would. And that, being a Bethesda game, would not be isolated to like a members stream or anything like that. Those are more for the more out there games that have nothing to do with Bethesda. Fallout 3 New Vegas is something that I would love to play with everyone. My intent really was to focus on Oblivion because at the time that I started this, there was not a lot of content on Oblivion. Now there's a lot of great channels that have really good content on Oblivion. But I really do want to start connecting Oblivion mechanics with Fallout 3 mechanics, and I think at that point that would be a good transition. That would be a good access point for playing some Fallout 3 and actually streaming it, and starting to maybe even do some videos on it. But I really do I have so many videos I need to catch up with for Oblivion. That's something that I haven't been able to schedule well, obviously, lately. But it's something that I want to obviously get back to. Yeah, something happened in the past 5 years, but no one can think of anything which might stand out. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like we're all experiments. Nerdy, if you're seriously investigating VA, look into what the industry calls industrials. It might be a good way to get in. Everybody, understandably, wants to do video games or films. Oh, interesting. See, this is the thing. When you look at any, like, major frontlining jobs or careers, a lot of times you don't see those background things that are ways that people get the ways that people get into it. Like I this is so true even for like simple what do you call them, like even simple mechanical jobs where you're like I just like I want to use basic skills and learn something, and you don't even know what's out there. It's so hard to figure those things out. It's like, why isn't school just teaching people how, like, what's out there? That should be a lot of what school is, and then you start funneling people into what they're interested in. It'd make a lot more sense for education, in my opinion. If you're serious, let's see. Okay, so industrials. Industrials, I'm going to write that down because it is something I think would be really cool. And I've, for the sake of, my own life situation, my own family, and Mr. Nerdy and I, like, it's in order to pursue goals that we would have, it would be very helpful to find a place where I can be that would actually contribute, and also do something that's realistic. And again, my brain only has those like extreme jobs that are like very unlikely. And I just don't have enough knowledge about certain things to know what's even realistic. Yeah, do the voice work for an instruction on a drill press. Yeah. Maybe I could start, I could be like, I don't even know what the options are. I mean, voices are on everything, so you don't even really pick up the fact that you're like, oh no, somebody had to be hired to speak this. It'd be so cool. I'm trying to think of all the options. This is where AI is probably going to take over, because I'm thinking, like, I could be one of those, like, instruction guide people on Amazon, and it's like, that's probably just all AI. It sounds like AI. I think back to the orientation videos at McDonald's or Wendy's back in 1990. They came in 2 flavors, ultra cheesy and mind-numbingly drab. I was even thinking, like, just don't put me on one of those, like, workplace behavioral videos. Oh, no, thank you. So this is why we don't look each other in the eye for more than 6 seconds. Some will find it intimidating and others quite inappropriate. We can't even interact with each other as humans. Otherwise, you might get imprisoned. Don't put me on a video. I don't want to be on a video like that. No, thank you. Like workplace behavior videos. Oh, goodness. Well, guys, I have a lot to think about. Very excited to get back to Dantooine. I do still have to go back and fix my little level up situation that I did. I examined the classes and their level ups, and it would be better if I went back and leveled up to 4. So yeah, there's certain I still have to do that in Oblivion, in Knights of the Old Republic, get my level up back, and we're gonna take on the Grove, and I'm very excited. We're gonna do the Grove. We're gonna continue through the plains of Dantooine and find different little side quests to do. Maybe find some chick's AI boyfriend. And then, let's see, you could be the soul-crushing voice of the HR lady. Life goals. Hey, if I'm getting paid for it, I guess. It's so hard because there's so many industries that if you get into, it's like you have to do something you don't agree with in order to get money. You know, if one voice isn't going to do it, somebody else is. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world, but I think that would be really funny. Have I ever held a job in this company before? No, but I am the voice of your new teacher. Great. Fallout has some awesomely bad acting at times. Nice. Morrowind has a lot of typos. Fallout has some bad acting. Maybe I could scoop my way in. Industrials. Man, I'm really curious now. Gotta do some research. But, man, that'd be really cool to do. I'd have to start actually taking care of my voice, though. There's a lot of things I gotta do. Gotta be nicer. Nicer to my voice. I swear I heard her say growth, and that made that whole sentence more surreal. Wait, what? What? I missed it. I missed my own. But anyway. Yeah. Well, we have to do our, obviously, I'm not going to forget it. Got Sheila here, and I promise you, Sheila, I did not forget it the last couple times. I have been responsible, and I've had a half-decent memory. Then you have Majel Barrett, the voice of the computer on Star Trek TNG. She was Nurse Chapel in the original series and married to Roddenberry. Oh, well, I'm going to have to look that up. I don't know if that's supposed to be an example of good or bad voice acting, but I'm sure it was awesome. We had Invictus, Kieran Crumlish, Sheila Johnson, Agent Orange 15 on Twitch, Kenny G, Stan LT, Nully, Ryan Nowicki, and Mr. Anderson was first in the chat. Oh, gotta get back to the Grove. I heard growth. Gotta get back to my own personal growth, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna take some time. No, gotta get back to the Grove. Gotta get back to the groove, you know? Ryan Nowicki was first. Ryan Nowicki was first. Mr. Anderson's calling it. Ryan Nowicki was first in chat. I did not catch that chat. It was good to have you guys. We had the who was it that said the council has gathered? We have everyone here. I hopped into stream and we had us. The council was already seated. But yeah, no, Mr. Anderson was first. I told him he could have it today. This is just an invisible award that you get, and you guys can share. Like, I don't know. You just snap it in half and be like, you can have one half. Well, we have Rhino Wiggy and Mr. Anderson. We're both first in chat, and they are too polite to take the crown. They are unwilling to take it. They are trying to share it with each other. This is great. I love it. But it was nice to have you guys in chat and ready to go, ready to help me stumble through Morrowind. And tomorrow we will be back on Dantooine. Also, we love our lurkers. I need to say it again. We love our lurkers. You do not have to chat. It's just if you chat, I can see your name and shout you out, but we'll shout out the lurkers as well. Snaps in half, mixes with a drink, gargles the first in chat status. Like, it tastes good today. Well, I hope you guys have a lovely, lovely rest of your day. Have some amazing croissant pastries or whatever you guys are cooking up, because that all sounded really good. And I will see you in the next one.